Let me walk you through what we have done to the dually. We turned my F350 Lariat into an F450 Platinum. Do we put this on the dually or do we put it on the entry level? Comment down below. Dually drivers have the smallest. We're gonna walk through the truck and then we'll show you guys the mileage on this thing because the mileage literally does not make sense. Yeah, you literally can't even put into words how clean this thing is. If I want to buy this thing or not. And also check out how Brock's feeling about the other Alumaduty. Caleb could cash out like well over 6 figures. What up, YouTube? Welcome back to another YouTube video. YouTube video. Hand in hand, right? As you can see from the title of today's video, we're going to check out what claims to be the lowest mileage, one of the most rare color, one of one spec Alumaduty ever known to man with under 10,000 miles. Anyways, we'll get that we'll get into that in a minute. Should we just divulge straight off the bat?
Dually update.
Dually update. Come to the front. What up, YouTube? You see, also we got a new character unlocked. We got B-Rax.
What up, YouTube?
Anyways, you may have saw when we picked the dually up, it had a fugly ass grill on it. Yeah. Hold on, we got a lot of shit in here. Oh my gosh. Anyways, not a fan of how the grill looked, and it had the guy who traded this in at Watts, it had his company name on it, not my company, so didn't really want that. And I was not a fan of the grill to begin with. But if you guys watched the video when we first bought this thing, we had a big dilemma on either King Ranch two-tone it or like platinum swap it and paint match everything. You might be able to see the direction we're going here. Let me walk you through what we have done to the dually off camera because I got mad impatient. First things first. We got that Amazon limited grill, baby. Didn't really want to spend $1,900 on a factory Ford one on eBay and get bent, so went with the $384 knockoff one, and it low-key, it looks the exact same. It's done the exact same job as a factory. Now the chrome might peel in a solid 3 months, but we'll find that out afterwards. Next up, got ripped off on this light up Ford badge. Not too bad. We'll turn it on so you guys can see what it looks like in a second here. But yeah, threw that on. Nothing's like painted right now, but you can get the point. I got chrome mirror caps for this bad boy. I accidentally bought the stick-on ones that like, there's like that much of an edge that sticks out. So, rage baited, pulled those off, threw them at the wall, threw them in the trash, and ordered the actual ones that are somewhere in this blabbered mess. The next mod, alright, don't flame me too hard for this here. I don't know if this is like a sin or not.
Oh, hell no.
We up bad shit.
Gay!
We turned my F350 Lariat into an F450 Platinum for 220 bucks. That's not all. Check the floor mats, bud. You see what that says? Platinum. And the stitching matches the stitching on my custom diamond stitch seats. It doesn't end there. This is probably the hardest one of them all. This like low-key changed the whole look of the truck. If you come on the back.
Oh my God, yeah. Bro.
We got the platinum tailgate. Now, you can let me know down below in the comments if this is an airball or not. Come out here. Okay. I was scrolling Marketplace one night, and there was a platinum tailgate for sale with that platinum badge on it for 300 bucks. Hit the dude up, mad cool dude. He goes, yeah, dude, I follow you on like social media, love what you do. Honestly, you could just come get this thing. Free platinum tailgate. Mainly for the fact that homie like backed into his fifth wheel with his tailgate. He hit a Brock with the trailer. So, me and old Timmy Tough Knuckles, Jackson G56, we robbed this off of the old tailgate and put it on this one. Now, we got the fitment like low-key dialed on this thing. It literally looks factory. Like, We installed this thing, and it looks like it came from the factory, like exactly like that. It's got the same exact like backup camera, whatever this like compass thing is, and obviously like the factory tailgate unlock. The only thing is it says Super Duty on the badge right here, but it also says Super Duty on the tailgate. I personally don't care, but let me know down in the comments what you think personally. So yeah, pretty much at this point we've up-badged my Lariat 350 to a Platinum 450. Flame me all you want down in the comments.
Steering wheel.
Oh, come check this out. Man, first time little bro's been able to fill out a shirt in his whole life. Tough, low key. So, and also I myself detailed the absolute balls out of this thing after mine and Filmer Cole's 5,000 mile round trip shenanigans to Gabe Farrell's house. So yeah, that's everything we have done to the dually. Now this is where I need to hear it from you guys here. I think we have written away the idea of doing a King Ranch two-tone. In my mind, I don't think it would be right if we had a F350 Lariat Platinum swapped with a King Ranch two-tone. You can come at me in the comments, but that's just my personal thoughts on it. I think I'd rather just keep it a Lariat that's been Platinum swapped. So, with that being said, I think our vibe here on what we're gonna be doing to the dually, like building the dually, is a full paint match with chrome accents. So.
Why'd that stop? You.
Ain't no eBay headlights here, buddy.
Got him!
Oh, this is sex right here. Now, big fan of these headlights. If you guys have been around for like 3.5 years, you'd know. My OG Platy that started it all for me. Had a set of these, bought a set of these, paint match the inside with clears on the side. So that's the same vibe that we're doing here. So we're going to take these to our boy Jaren's, drop them off, and he's going to pull them apart. And then these ugly orange reflectors, we got a set of clears. So if you don't know what clears are, it's pretty much, this will be like a white clear lens, so it'll still reflect, but it's clear. Science. I hate with the burning passion these orange reflectors with like every bone in my body. So clear reflectors, you can see there's a little LED right there. It is orange, also very ugly. We're gonna swap that out to a white LED. And then the housings are already painted like a matte black. So we are going to pull those apart, paint match them to the color of the truck. So once the headlights are back from Jaren, we'll get those slapped in the truck, and then we're gonna take this thing to our boys over at Revamped Customs, where we're gonna get a bunch of paint match done. So for the paint match, this is what I'm thinking on this thing. As you can see, this right now is just like the regular black plastic. Gonna leave the chrome, paint this black plastic. These fog light holders being like this bronze. I'm gonna paint match these outer ones to this gloss black, leave the polished material. And then this grill in the front, going to take that off, send it out to Arizona to my homie Cody. Cody! And he is going to chrome dip that. And then on the badges, pretty much the same sort of vibe here. Revamp's gonna pull these badges apart, paint match all this black plastic, paint match this piece right here, whatever you call that. And then we're fully disassemble the mirrors. We're gonna paint the actual mirror, paint match the whole entire mirror. And then, as you heard, we have regular factory chrome caps for these. After that, I ordered a set of window visors, so we'll have Revamped paint match those as well. And then on this truck, usually I paint these plastic bedsides, but the truck's black. I don't really think it matters that much, so I'm gonna leave these black, mainly because I use this thing like every day, and it slightly just gets beat, to be completely honest. Also, if anyone knows where I can find me a set of like OEM Platinum, on the Platinums in these years, they come with, instead of these being textured plastic, they come with chrome ones. If anyone knows where I could get a set of those, bang me. And then next up, as we come to the back, just gonna keep it simple. I'm a big fan of painting taillights, so people can't see your taillights and then they just rear end you. These C-bars right here, these are aftermarket Recon lights, so we're gonna take a 1/4 inch line here, trace out this C-bar, 1/4 inch line here on this bigger C-bar, as well as down here, and then a little square for the reverse light. We'll tape that, we'll have Revamp tape that off, and then paint match the rest of the light to the actual paint of the truck. And then back here, again, probably just gonna keep it simple. We'll pull this tailgate badge off and paint match this. We'll leave this textured plastic up here. And then I'm not sure what I wanna do with the bumpers yet, but I think when I send that front grille piece to Cody, I'll probably pull this little flog step off that's bronze and have that chrome dip, as well as these hooks chrome dipped, and our boy down here. Did we ever name this dude?
The f you say to me, you little shit?
Bob. We'll have Bob chromed out. Yeah. Anyways, that's what's going down with dually. And then a couple more things. I have one of the fiberglass drop-down visors. This mamma jamma right here. As you can see, it's gloss black right now. I'm not sure, do we put this thing on the, I'm not like a huge fan.
In the video, I know.
All right, say less, little bro. Hold on, let me get another run at her.
It looks sick.
Did you get it on camera? Okay, well, I'll just look at it later. The only question here is, do we put this on the dually, keeping in mind that it'll have like the low profile rain guards and a cowl hood, or do we put it on the any level? Comment down below, any level or this. And then also, the last thing on the dually here is there's two styles of cowl hood. There's the 4-inch raised cowl hood, insert picture, which is what we have on Frosty, as well as the any level, which is like what most people do. There's also the other route that I'm leaning towards, just doing something a little different. And I feel like with this being an F450, it could pull it off, just being like a dually, is the like L5P hood scoop type vibe, insert picture. So also, comment down below what one we should get. I need to order one ASAP. And the other reason I kind of want to do the L5P one is it's only like 3 weeks out, versus the 4-inch raised one is literally like 3 months out. Cervini, what are we doing?
Come on, man.
That is our plans for the dually currently. I can already see literally the 1,000 comments. You up-badged your Lariat to be a platinum. Anyways, I also realized that we didn't give a like full walkthrough of the new part of the shop. And as you can see, we are in the, hello, this is Emerson Nick's Boosted Wheel and Tire. They keep tearing me apart! As you can see, we're in the new part of the shop. I've not given you guys a proper little tour of the new part of the shop. Now, on this portion of the shop, we didn't cheap out like absolute cheapos with zero money, and we decided, hey, let's paint the walls. So all the walls we painted white before we moved in here. 4 panels of Chinese hexagon lights to really just brighten it up in here. So pretty much what the layout is in the new section of the shop that's actually getting worked out of is this section right here is pretty much like our install, mount and balance, and like install on vehicle bay. So imagine this is your vehicle being worked on, having wheels and tires put on. Install bay. Anyways, next is some of our just like aftermarket setup sitting around. We got all of our forged wheels over there, which we're kind of low on right now because we blew through like probably 40 sets before Whitley Truck Fest. So we got a bunch of more inventory on the way. Anyways, who cares? This is like our forged wheel stuff. And then all of this stuff over here, this is all like wheel call. So all of those are getting shipped out to Detroit, I believe. These are just like customer pickups. You want to talk about gold right here? 5th gen limited stocks, bud. Literally could sell these on Marketplace for like 3 to 4 grand, unfortunately. I don't know what it is. We'll sell like a decent bit of stock takeoff wheels. Literally, there is no stock wheel that I'll get more money out of than a low-key clap set of limited 5th gen stock. And then anyways, over in here, in this bay, this is just like overflow of just setups that we have in stock. Some takeoffs, aftermarket setups, and then all the stuff that we don't fit in here. Like we have a lot of sets of takeoffs that we have multiple sets of, so we probably have like 10 sets of these Bronco Raptors, probably 10 sets of Raptor Rs, 10 sets of multiples of like F350s. We just keep those in connexes in the back and pull from them when we need to. And also, we still have the old section of shop, the 2 bays over there. We just don't know if we want to keep it or end our lease on it. Yeah, we didn't buy it. We're not like that. But as of right now, there's just a bunch of random assortment of our vehicles parked in there. So maybe we'll keep it, maybe we won't. We got our couch over there. Desk. If you sit down on that couch, expect to be buying something, okay? But anyways, we have a few things that we got to get done with the rest of the day. What time is it right now? 4:45? Damn. Where is the day gone?
Time flies when you're having fun.
Time flies when you're having fun. That guy looks like he's having a lot of fun.
People who drive dualies, pieces of these trucks look and drive like the mount and balance on them sucks. Dually drivers have the smallest. I'm talking about my boss. That guy.
As you can tell, Brock loves his job to pieces. He would do anything for his job. And he loves mounting and balancing. Dually setups. I will say, dually setups do kind of suck ass to mount and balance. These look tough though. Look at them. 24-inch KG1 dualies. But yeah, I do agree. Dually setups do suck ass to mount and balance, mainly for the main fact you see a dually wheel, a traditional dually wheel is 8 1/4 inches wide, and usually the tires that we jam on them are like 13 1/2 inches wide. So you really just gotta jam them on there. But anyways, we're gonna bust out these dualies. I got a couple more setups that we gotta bust out real quick. Gotta bust down on a couple sets of wheels and tires. Now, obviously, I'm the boss and I own the place, so I ain't gonna do shit. We're gonna mount these up and then probably go to Jaren's house and drop off these headlights. And then we're going to go and check out what claims to be a one-of-one, the rarest Alumaduty to ever hit the face of planet Earth. So.
Approximately 10 hours later.
All right, well, so like 5 hours later, something like that, 3 hours later, something like that, we have transponded. Pan over, we are quite literally in the middle of absolute nowhere. We are in no man's land. If you come out here and someone don't like you, you're probably getting shot. But anyways, we're about 5 minutes out here. Real quick, before we get there and see the supposedly lowest mile one-of-one spec Alumaduty. As a lot of people know, we don't do sponsors on here. The only sponsor that we have is Boosted Wheel and Tire. So if you guys need wheels, tires, blah, 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 hit us up. Also, while we're on the note of Boosted Wheel and Tire here and selling things, we've created we have spent probably the last 8 months creating an absolute banger website. I'm talking gallery, I'm talking shop wheels and tires, I'm talking merch. But yeah, we spent the last 8 months creating it. We did like a test trial putting it on, like putting the domain live, like probably a solid, I don't know, 3 days ago. Somehow over 1,200 people have found our website, and somehow we have like 88 orders. No idea how anybody found the site before it was actually supposedly live. I couldn't even find it myself. So props to the people that found it. And your orders are going to be like a week delayed. But if you ordered something off the Boosted Wheel and Tire site, you will get it. It just is not going to be instant. So give us like a week to fulfill those orders, because we're still like dialing everything in, kind of getting all of our merch back from our unfortunate incident of me hitting the water line in the old shop.
Oh no, brother! Brother! Alright guys.
Piece of advice today is when you're on. A lot of people ask about merch, stickers, all of that. All of that will be on there. Everything, as this video is live, the site is 100% live, ready to go. So if you guys want Boosted Wheel and Tire banners, stickers, shirts, like I'd probably get 50 DMs like every day, every week.
Stop the cap.
Yeah, for people asking about that stuff, because we sell a lot at the shows. But yeah, you can now get that live on Boosted Wheel and Tire. Our phone number's on there, shop phone number's on there. So if you guys want to call, get some wheels and tires, do it. And if you're just gonna call and bullshit and like try and prank call the company phone number, then you will be blocked. I'll send a nuke to your house. We're pulling up to the homie Caleb's house. This is who has the Alumaduty. As you can see, he has 2 Alumaduties. Now, didn't mention this part, but we're actually killing 2 birds with 1 stone here, and that is our buddy Caleb, who has both of these Alumaduties. He has an old truck and a new truck, and his old truck is, it's like that rare color Alumaduty. Brock, old Brock is trying to buy it, so we're killing 2 birds with 1 stone here. So we're gonna check out the Alumaduty for Brock, and we're going to check out this Alumaduty.
Kind and autistic.
That was a long ass drive to say the least. Dude, look at this thing. I didn't know it was full powder. You can't just pan to the door. You gotta pan to the whole thing.
Yeah, we powdered it.
Here, look at this. Pans to the door handle.
Leaf springs, axle, hitch, everything.
So yeah, this is the unit that Brock's looking at, and then the unit that we're looking at is up there. So we're gonna go look at that one, because I don't really care about this thing that much. That's Brock's. That's Brock's ordeal. Anyways, this is the homie Caleb. Come on, dude. What's up? And this is the Alumaduty. This thing is hard as hell. Dude, come here. Look how clean the frame is. The frame literally looks better than a 2024. Is it unlocked? Yeah. Dude, it's literally a brand new truck. My 1,000,000-mile Alumaduty Limited cannot compare to this. Man, I thought my stuff was clean. This is low-key like a whole new level of clean. Alright, so a little rundown on this thing of what we can see straight off the bat. We got custom-built headlights. Now, you might be wondering, this thing's not black. It's called Magma Red. Yeah, lig my nuts red. See how it's like burgundy root beer? I feel mad short right now because I'm in a hole. It's alright, I'm still 6'7".
So that was a f***ing lie.
We got fully built custom paint to match headlights. And then we got ADD front and rear bumpers, rigid designs, like light bars, I believe. This thing is on in, I believe, 8-inch BDS kit with some PMF parts. So a lot of people don't know, when you go like above a 6-inch lift on pretty much any truck, you have to like piece together a lift kit. There's not really like any out of the box lift kits. So unless you're spending like 40 grand, such as any level or Elevate. I have both of those, by the way. Oh! This thing's fully paint match. Paint match mirrors, this is hard. Yeah. I think this is kind of the style that I'm gonna go for on the dually. Usually I smoke the whole light and then do the thin line, but I think it's kind of tough leaving the white, so it has like the white strips, and it's way brighter. Dude, this thing is literally perfect. We're gonna walk through the truck and then we'll show you guys the mileage on this thing, because the mileage literally does not make sense. It literally, like, the only possible outcome of how this thing has such low miles is the miles have been rolled back. And I believe it's what, 2019?
Yeah.
2019? Full track bars. I've never in my life seen a DPF look that good. Also, this truck came out of Arizona. If you're from the Canada lands and you're watching this video, it has one of the electric bed covers. Personally, an absolute hater of these things. The my Frosty had one of these electric bed covers. Granted, mine was clapped out as shit with about 50 times more the miles, and it had probably about 80 times as much abuse because it went through Gabe Farrell and then it went through me afterwards. Yeah, absolute dog shit bed covers in my opinion. I don't see a point. While we're on the topic of bed covers real quick, okay? Trifold bed covers have to be the worst designed, shittiest bed covers that are hyped up for no reason. Now, no shade towards trifold bed covers. There's a lot of people that love your product, just not me. I don't see a point in when they're trifold, okay? The first fold is here. The next fold is here, and it stays here. So you lose a third of your bed space unless you flip the cover up and absolutely molest the hell out of your third brake light. Anyways, wow, I'm actually kind of like in awe. I've never seen an Alumaduty like this clean. There's like SEMA and then there's clean and simple. This thing's on 24x14 fuel forge now. If we ended up with this thing per se, a fine young jit has some 30x16 Forgiatos sitting in his shop, ready to go on some 42s. Do you think this thing would tuck 42s? Check out the mileage. Go pan up in there, boy.
8476.
He bought this thing with 7,000 miles. Literally, how? Okay, let's do some math here. 2019, it's 2025?
Yeah.
6 years. How many miles? 6,000? 1,000 miles a year. Did the math on that?
Yep.
Science. We're gonna hop in this thing and take it for a rip. Also, look at the rear bumper. It's like low-key, like roll pan mixed with, I guess it's not roll pan, but like look at the side. Like that's flush. That's fire. I messed with the rear bumper. Anyways, we're gonna go rob this dude and take this thing for a drive.
Yeah, take your shoes off.
I literally feel bad sitting in this thing. It smells like a new car. It's got a Starlight?
Yeah, it's already got stars. Yeah. Stars.
Dude, this thing is literally, you know what, an airball. Airball alert, come pan over to the dash. DPF level. White reduction, loading. That's a gnarly Starlight too. That's probably like, I don't know, 600 piece? Oh, whoa, it's half and half.
It was a foul.
It looks like Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Obviously, you guys can't smell this thing through camera. It literally smells like a brand new truck. Looking down at the dash and seeing 8,400 miles is actually diabolical. Every time I look down, I'm like, oh yeah, 84,000 miles, just another regular Alumaduty. Now, what makes this thing one of one is the fact that one, it's magma red, it's a limited, and I would arguably say this is the lowest mileage magma red Alumaduty that anyone has ever seen before. This thing literally drives like a brand new truck. Dude, this is actually wild. Hold on, let me just turn on my massage seats. Unfortunately, my fake ass Platinum doesn't have those, so I'm gonna spare the moment while I do have it. Because the only truck that the massage seats work every single time is the Any level. And unfortunately, we made that thing a slightly more on the undrivable and usable side by stuffing 46-inch boggers under it. So, yeah, I'm gonna seize the moment of this massage seat. I've never felt a 17 to 19 massage seat hit this hard. Like, this is actually massaging my back. Versus usually it's like, feels like quite literally a 2-year-old with a teaspoon, like. Yeah, you literally can't even put into words how clean this thing is. So when, for all you Alumaduty owners, when you go to post your Alumaduty on Facebook and you put the words, "won't find another one cleaner than this," and it has excess of 50,000 miles, maybe rethink that line. Because there indeed is Alumaduties out there that are a lot cleaner. Now, I honestly will say, as nice as it is having the dually be S400, it unfortunately takes an absolute light year for the turbo to actually like spool and do something, which for being an S400, it does spool pretty good. But honestly, this sounds crazy, but it's kind of nice to be in a truck that I can just roll up the windows and all I hear is a little bit of tire noise and it drives like impeccably good, and I put my foot into it and like the turbo immediately spools and just goes. So I don't know, at least for me, that's kind of nice. Should we show this family of 4 what these ADD bumpers are all about? If you guys watched the last YouTube video, you would know. I literally showed, I sent a $1,000 deposit for a vehicle. Now, I actually have 2 vehicles that are unrevealed yet, but the price of this truck for me to buy it from Caleb, it's an unfortunate, very high price, but this is something you can't really put a price on a truck like this. And it's unfortunately the I don't want to sell it price. So the price is extremely high. So I'm still not 100% set in stone on if I want to buy this thing or not. But the price of this truck, like I said, you can't really put a price on a truck like this. For one fact being, this is pretty much a one-of-one truck. And for 2, this is the lowest mile 2019, honestly 2020 and under Alumaduty that I have seen, at least available to me. Now, unfortunately, the price that we would buy this thing at that has been offered to me by Caleb is the I don't want to sell price. So the price is extremely high. But this is where I want to hear from you guys. Is making a purchase on this truck, it would be in the low 6-figure range. Now, if you can't comprehend that, that means it's right around the $100,000 mark. Now, this is what I want to hear from you guys. Is that worth it? Is that a good deal? Is it a good investment? Now, you got to keep in mind here, I'd probably rack up quite a few miles on this truck pretty fast. Personally, I really don't care about putting miles on things. If I buy something, I'm going to drive it. So I don't know, I want to hear from you guys. And is this a solid purchase for a low 6-figure price, or is it an absolute airball? But we're gonna head back to Caleb's truck. We're gonna see what Brock thinks about the old gold truck. And in my personal opinion, no glaze, Caleb has the 2 hardest Alumaduty colors on a 17 to 22 style trucks that were ever released, which is one, like I said, magma red, and the other one is like, it's like the technical term is like rose gold metallic, I believe, but it's like a pewter like brown. Now, pewter brown for me is like it's always ran deep in my roots. My OG 60 was the same, like poo color gold brown. But anyways, we're rolling back up to Caleb's, and you know, we're gonna talk it out with the guy and see how we're feeling on price, and also check out how Brock's feeling about the other Alumaduty. Caleb could cash out like well over 6 figures. Just pops out with a Lambo. Anyways, back to Caleb's.
Just easy. I got that cold flu.
All right, 6-figure Alumaduty set aside. Let's pan over to something a little more budget friendly. Thoughts on this unit?
We're gonna take it for a spin.
Dude, let's go.
Oh, we're jamming all.
Never mind. We're not going.
We're good.
Oh, with the floaters? I mean, that's worth probably $1,000 right there.
That color's so good too.
The color palette in this driveway is just, dude, I can sit here and stare at this thing for like hours, honestly. That might sound so dumb of me.
Back the dually.
Oh, word. Yeah, bro, let me back up my absolute airball of a dually.
Your platinum?
Yeah, bro. My Platinum. Yeah, read the tailgate badge, little bro.
Platinum's good.
Dude, how do I end up buying every truck that I buy or look at buying? I tell myself every single time, I need like a lowered fast truck that like is more practical. Every single time I end up looking at and buying the most ginormous truck. Now, this thing next to the dually, like it looks pretty normal sized. Obviously camera's not gonna pick up. These are two pretty giant rigs. Like when Brock gets back from his test drive and parks the other truck next to this, it'll kind of like put in perspective. Like these are two big mamma jammas. But anyways, we're gonna wait for Brock to get back and see Brock's thoughts on that truck. See if he's buying that one. If you do it, I do it type deal. Pretty tough unit. Back her on in, buddy. Yeah. Okay. Size difference here. Leveled Alumaduty, 8-inch kit, 8-inch kit. I got an 8-inch kit down here, too. Divide by 4. Do the math.
2.
What's your thoughts here, brother?
Lock it a lot.
I fear that we have a if you do it, I do it deal on our hands. That is, I think that's where we're gonna end this one off. Me and Brock need to have a thought. If you know what if you're picking up what I'm putting down here, but yeah, I want to hear all of you guys' opinion. Is this worth 6 figures? Now again, for the people that are uneducated, pretty much is this worth $100,000? Comment down below. Comment down below. What am I supposed to say next? You got the script? Yeah, anyways, that's the end of this one, so anyways, this is the end of this one, so as I said, Boosted Wheel and Tire site is live, and yeah, leave a dislike on this video, and then to even it back out, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.